So I'm growing out my grays. Now, some of you might be thinking that's not a big deal, Tasleem, because we all age, there we get a few gray hairs here and there, but I don't think you know what I'm talking about. This, I'm trying to get up close and personal. This white that you can see, it's not just actually in some parts of my hair. It's like I am sure I know that I've had grays since I was in my 20s. So, being in my 40s now, this gray is not just a few streaks of gray. It's like going gray and white, and it's all throughout my hair. The reason nobody has seen it is because I color my hair every so often, the roots, and I had this plan that I was going to keep coloring it a bit lighter and lighter each time, trying to do like no ammonia color at the salon that I found that has no ammonia color, but there's something still in the chemicals, whatever they have to do to get no ammonia in there. Whatever it is, it irritates the back of my neck. And I know my mom got so allergic to any kind of hair color. I don't think she was using no ammonia, but so she stopped coloring her hair. But with me, it's like I also think that I just got a little frustrated with why do we have to do this? Like I know it's my choice whether I colored or not, but there feels like there's a lot more pressure for women to do this and to pretend that they don't age and that they don't have grays. And for men, it's like they can just go out and do their thing with grays or not. They if they lose their hair, it's like it's expected and accepted. And I feel like it's not expected or accepted as much with women because some women, not all, but some women are not embracing the aging. So we see people in real life and on social media that never seem to have gray hairs, and we think that's the norm and that's what should be accepted. So I just decided, I mean, I'm saying I'm growing them out now, and it's been only maybe 2 or 3 months, and my hair grows pretty fast. Maybe tomorrow or next week or next month I'll decide to color my hair, but I wanted to do this video while it's growing out and while I haven't colored it to just say I'm going gray and I'm okay with that. And maybe I haven't been acting like I'm okay with it because depending on who I'm out with, I'll wear a hat or I'll cover it up a little bit, or not go out or whatever, or be a little bit more self-conscious about it. And what really irked me was I read this article the other day where this woman who had not been out on a date for a long time, not because there's anything wrong with her, she was in a relationship and then that relationship ended after many years and she had just not gone and dated for a long time. So she didn't even know what the scene was like, and she got up the courage to go on apps and start meeting people, and I just loved her story because she could have just said, like, to hell with this, I'm not gonna go out there and find my new person or put myself out there. But no, she was so excited. She started getting excited about it, actually. She got dressed up. She was so willing and open to meet someone new, and she had been connecting with this guy for a little while and they seemed to hit it off, so she was ready to meet him, and she was looking forward to the date. And she did mention in the date that she was growing out her grays and he seemed to be okay with it. Now, remember, this woman has not been out on a date for a long time. She was not dating, she was in a long relationship. She's put in a lot of effort to be there and to have the, um, to take the chance to like put herself out there. And so, it's a big deal for her in that sense. And she was feeling good about it. When she showed up and she was in her new outfit and did, her hair and makeup and everything, and she was very like excited and looking forward to meeting this guy, the very first thing he said to her, like, remember, they've never met in person, and the very first thing he chose to say, instead of complimenting on her outfit or saying how excited he is to finally meet her or anything like that, he said, "Wow, you have a lot of gray hairs." And I just wanted to punch this guy. I was like, seriously? I don't even know this guy. I don't know this woman, but I was like, who says that? How is that the first words that come out of your mouth? And the weirdest part for me is that the guy is gonna age. He either has gray hairs now, or he's gonna get them, or he's probably not gonna have any hair. And she didn't say to him, like, oh, like, I wish she had said, well, at least I have hair. Like, if he doesn't have any, or I wish she had walked away from him. I don't think they went out after that, but it made me so angry. And I feel like I kind of made the decision to continue to grow out my grays. Originally, it was just like I was being lazy. There were so many things going on. It's cold. I've been wearing a hat anyway. I haven't been putting effort into going out a lot. Like, I haven't been going out as much. So I was like, I'll just wait till the next month or whatever. And it gets kind of pricey too. But then when I heard this story, I was like, no, no, no. Now I have a different like vendetta for doing this. Like, I'm doing this and I'm sticking to it because I don't want it to be normal to behave that way to someone. Like, not that a guy who has class and, is compassionate or whatever, like, not that guys would normally do that, but I don't want it to be like, I have nieces. I've talked about this before. Like, I don't want them to think that growing older is something that you have to be scared of or be ashamed of, or being natural is something that you have to hide and, do all the fake things. I'm not saying I'm not for people doing, whether it's hair, makeup, Botox, plastic surgery, you do whatever it is that you want to do. I'm not against it for whatever feels comfortable for the individual. But I don't want my nieces to grow up feeling like it's normal to try to run away from aging and you have to pretend you're someone that you're not. And besides just them, like, I don't want the generation of people that I taught or, the next generations to be growing up like that. And I'm so, so grateful for the women out there who, in everyday life, I've seen so many pictures and articles and posts of women who have embraced their grays and they look fabulous in it, but also celebrities who are supposed to not even think of, letting themselves be natural, and everything's so competitive in that world. But some people, Pamela Anderson, Sarah Jessica Parker, if you guys have other names, I can't think of them right now, but they've just decided, there's Keanu Reeves' girlfriend. I don't know if they're still together, but it was such a shocking thing to the world that she had like white or gray hair. And this celebrity was going out with her, but I loved that, breaking of the norm, because norm is us aging. And I don't think our vitality and energy and value should be put on whether we're hiding what is naturally happening to us. Like, I'd rather, you know, I've seen pictures of this woman. I can't find her now. I wish I could find it. I saved the picture and I thought, oh, I'll be able to find it again. But she has like gray, whitish hair up to around here. And she's in an ad for like an exercise program. I don't know if it's for like just weights for like people that are older, or like strength training, or whether it was like chair Pilates or chair yoga or doing those kind of exercises. But man, this woman is fit. Like, her arms are amazing, and she has this brilliant head of gray white hair. And I just was looking at her in the picture, and I was like, I want to be like that. Like, I don't want to hide it, because if I can look like that in my gray and white hair, I want to do it. So yeah, I think I said in my If I Had My Life to Live Over poem this month, that I would, if I had my life to live over, I would grow out all my grays and not apologize for my age. Well, here I am. And I know this sounds like a cop-out, but like I said at the beginning, I may or may not color my hair in the near future, or even like tomorrow or next week or something. New Year's is coming up and whatever, but I wanted to create this video because before I decide to do that, or maybe I won't, maybe I'll just continue to grow it out and see what it looks like all throughout my hair. I wanted to say, like, it's okay, because we came to the universe growing grays and getting some wrinkles and aging, but that doesn't mean that we have to buy into what that means about us or our value about us. And I commend the people out there who are completely destroying the stereotypes of aging, not because they're coloring their hair or because they're, doing something that they don't even necessarily want to do. I mean, some people really enjoy coloring their hair, like, so, go for it. But because they are like taking care of their bodies and their nutrition, and their moving, and their mindset and their spirituality and all of that, and they're not letting the color of their hair or what's happening to them as they age be a negative. It's like a wise, crone energy that is expanding, not shrinking. It's all encompassing instead of just no longer valued. And I just want to thank all the men and women out there who are doing that, because it makes me feel more comfortable to go out there and do my thing however I am, whatever is naturally coming out of my scalp, or my, whatever it is, like my skin. Yeah, I realize how much I admire those people, and so I want to be one of them. And I'm not sure if I'm quite there yet, like, to be able to stand in that grounding and energy and conviction yet, but I'm aiming for it. So thanks for listening. Let me know what your takes are on growing out your grays. I know I have some friends that have completely grown out their grays, and they're in their 30s, like even in young ages than you would think would have gray, and their whole head is gray or white, and they look amazing in it. And I've seen these fantasy figures where they have like white hair and wings and stuff, and I'm like, oh, I could totally embrace that, and I'd show up with the wings too. So yeah, I'm not sure. The one thing that kind of I'm a little iffy about is that because my face is a little more sallow and less color in it, like I have to put like blush or something on my skin to make it pop a little bit more. I like the warmth of the dark hair or the brown around my face. So the one thing I'm not sure, like the more that the grays will come, I don't know if it'll be too cold looking around my face, and then that will make me look even more sallow, or yeah, I just don't want it to make me look sickly, but maybe that is not at all what will happen, and I'm kind of really fascinated by the way that this is growing out. It's not what I thought. I thought it would look too like skunk like, which I think this part does. But it's actually more highlighting than I thought. It's less like chunky, and yeah, I kind of want to do it to see what it looks like when it all comes out, and then maybe I'll just color it all like a lighter color, like a blondie brown, if my hair will lift that so that it grows out naturally. But who knows? Like I said, possibly next week you'll see me back to my natural, not natural now, brown, black. But yeah, love to hear from you guys. Thanks for listening. Shh, don't tell anybody. I'm growing out my grays. Actually, tell everyone, because the point of this video is that it shouldn't be a secret. It shouldn't be something that people think that they have to hide. And obviously I'm just being playful because I'm putting it out on YouTube, so you don't have to keep it a secret, but it's, yeah, it should be something that we're allowed to say out loud and show in public and own it. So maybe I'll be going in that direction soon. Thanks for listening.